Good morning, Card Media's RJ. It is Sunday, so it is time for the Sunday Trivia Recap. All right, everybody. Hope you had a fantastic week. A lot of work on my end, but I was able to get some stuff done, including getting some videos done for you for next week. But we're here to talk about this past week and the awesome prizes and trivia we're going to go over. Hopefully you guys can win something, all right? So let's start with Monday. This day in baseball history, June the 2nd, 1941, this man died. And with such a basic question, you knew it had to be somebody big, and of course everybody knew that it was. June the 2nd, 1941 was when Lou Gehrig succumbed to his disease of amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, ALS, also forever known as Lou Gehrig's disease. This is his 1990 Swell Baseball Greats card. Lou Gehrig was the answer. What you're playing for? From Topps Gallery 2020, the modern artist insert of Fernando Tatis Jr. That's what you're playing for. The individuals up here on the screen were kind enough to throw out a guess. Nobody really knew. Roger Peppenbrock is back. Everybody else is pretty much a regular to my channel. Shout out to Lisa Z. Lisa Z's name remains on my spin wheel for the entire calendar year of 2025. She passed very early in January 2025 and was a large and fantastic supporter of everybody in this card community, not just me. So I leave her name on the list. Her name is not checked, so it does not appear on the wheel, but I leave this up there as my homage to her. We will spin the wheel. You must hit 3 times on my channel to win. I do that for 2 reasons. One is because so very few people participate that I have that ability. And secondly, I always hated it when you spin once and that was it. The guy had a contest, spun the wheel 1 time, and that was it. You build up your hopes for a chance, and your hopes are dashed after 1 spin. But I understand that people have to do that when you've got a plethora of names. You can't keep spinning. When you've got 100 names to go through, you've got to do it one and done. Unfortunately, I don't suffer from that bane of popularity, so I can do what I want, and I choose to. So here we go. We will shuffle once and spin. Good luck to everybody on this one. Wow, it's a little louder. I'm using a different computer today. I need to turn that one down a bit. Yeah. I thought I had set the time frame down. Yeah, so I'm going to count 1. I'm going to real quick take the duration, speed duration down. Speed duration I set to 3 seconds. That was a lot more than 3 seconds. Oh, I got to save. All right, let's try it now. Hopefully that spun it. It'll spin it faster. I don't like a lot of spin. I want to get through it quickly, and everyone wants me to get through it quickly. So here we go. That was 1. Here comes 2. All right, so there you go. Yeah, I've been buying a lot of interesting things recently. I need to turn that volume down a little bit more. I finished a couple, well, I almost finished. Did I finish? No, I did. I finished a new PSA run. That'll be showing off on Monday. I finished off one of my PSA runs, which I was kind of like bummed at PSA because they had suddenly increased the count of cards on that run. It's kind of like I showed off on, I think Friday, I showed off my PSA post-war rookie card set run that I decided to start. And that one, you know, that never dies because they always induct new people into the Hall of Fame every year. So that, essentially that PSA set run will never die, you know. But I finished off one PSA set registry. actually finished off 2. I just don't have the card back yet. But I have several others still going. And I'm working on a high-end set that I still need 3 cards for. The final 2 are going to be immensely expensive cards I'm going to have to save up for. So that's going to be an issue. Other than that, I did go on a couple rants in the past few weeks, talking about things in the hobby and this and that. And if you saw my, pause, 3 for Robert Springs. Congrats to you, Robert. You'll be getting this Modern Artist card of Tatis Jr., Fernando Tatis Jr. Congrats to you, sir. All right. Wednesday's question. On this day in baseball history, June the 4th, 1974, this team hosted 10-cent beer night. Now, what could go wrong with 10-cent beer night? Well, you and I could all guess. And everything did go wrong, so much so that by the end of towards the end, before the game could end, they had to forfeit it because so many unruly fans were causing havoc. And most people knew that it was the Cleveland Indians. I don't have a card to celebrate that, but here are some pictures of some of the craziness. Here's the team, attacking some guy who got onto the field. I mean, it's absolute chaos all over the field. It was a disaster area. People all over the dugouts. It was total. I love this one. I still love this one. Look at this. Guys tackling some. And these are the Rangers who are doing it because they were playing the Rangers. The Rangers were unfortunately, it was the Rangers who were the getting attacked most of the time from the unruly fans. I mean, look at this. It's just insanity. There was streakers. It's chaos. It was chaos. Cleveland Indians was the answer. All right, the end was up here on the screen. We're kind enough to throw out a guess. Mr. Robert Springs, you are out. You can only win once a week on my channel. Shout out to a new joiner in my contest on this date, Indie Cards, or at IndyCar Cards. That is his YouTube channel. Believe it or not, I looked it up. So welcome aboard, sir. Thanks for taking a moment to join our little trivia spin here. Everybody else is a returnee. So I will shuffle once and spin on this one. Good luck to everybody here. What you're playing for, Topps Allen and Ginter. This is last year's, I believe, 2024. The mini rookie card variation of Elly De La Cruz. So pretty cool card for that one. We'll we already shuffled. We will spin. Let me shuffle. Did we already shuffle? Yeah, we did already shuffle, but I will spin. Good luck to everybody on this one. So, like I said, I did a couple rants last week. Did it not save it? What happened? It looks like it didn't even save. Oh, that's why I didn't save on this one. Spin duration down to 3. Save. I'm on another date. I said I did a couple rants last week. Last couple of weeks. The State of the Hobby one I did about 2 weeks ago now is still my most popular video. I'm over 2,000 views on that one, so I'm kind of happy that created a ripple in the hobby, so to speak. My other rants didn't fare as well, but that's okay. I don't do it for clicks, really. I do it because I had something to say, wanted to say it, and YouTube gives us a platform to do that, But one of the things I said, I went on a rant again on Friday, and that rant was all about, how can we get people, I heard a lot of people saying, how can we get more kids into the hobby? What can we do to facilitate kids being more interested? And I made a big point. I still believe this to be the case. We're not getting kids interested in the hobby because we're not showing things to the kids that they could possibly ever own. We're all showing our, vintage rookie cards from the 50s and 60s and even earlier that are slabbed, that are, oh, that's 3. Indie Card IndyCar cards. That is 3 for you, sir. I have no information from you other than your email address. I will shoot you an email, let you know you did win this card if you want it. So give me a shout. I will send this off to you, all right? Congrats to you, sir. Then lastly, on Friday, my question was, Friday, on this day in baseball history, June the 6th, 1944, Major League Baseball, as an organization, canceled every single scheduled baseball game on that date. And they did it in reaction to this world event. What was it? And everybody pretty much knew. If you know what happened on June the 6th, 1944, you know right away. The answer, D-Day. This is from the 1992. The date isn't here. Starline Americana is a set of historical images. You can see up there in the background there, I have Patton and MacArthur on the stands to honor that. But yeah, the D-Day invasion happened on that date. And obviously, given the time period of the 40s, the country in general paused, president suggesting everybody go home and pray, go to your churches or whatever, pray for the people, the men and the boys who were dying on that day, because there would have been thousands, tens of thousands of them. So that was the answer. Pretty much everybody knew that right away. D-Day was the answer. Everybody up here on the screen was kind enough to throw out a guess. Don't believe we had any newbies on that, although shout out to Lou Rock for piping in. And what you're playing for, card from Upper Deck. This is an insert card from 2002 Upper Deck called the Heroes of Baseball. This is a header. It says header Heroes of Baseball. And you can see here on the it's Tom Seaver. There are different cards here that I guess this was actually a little 10-card set of Tom Seaver's. This was the header card of that little set. So Tom Seaver Upper Deck header for the Heroes of Baseball set. That's what you're playing for. So we will shuffle once and spin. Good luck to everybody on this one. So yeah, I got to do it again. Let's wait until we get who. I forgot to reset to 3 again on this one. Hang on a second. I'm going to count that one, but I have to knock off Robert Springs again. I have to knock off IndyCar Guy, because the IndyCar Guy only answered the one date. And let's pick that down to 3 again. Save. All right, so spin again. Here we go. So like I said, I decided on last Friday, I was talking about how do you get kids back in the hobby. And one of the things I truly believe, like I said, is we're not showing off content that kids can even acquire. We're showing off all these things that are so damn expensive, no kid could ever possibly get it. Why? Why would a kid want to watch our content or be excited about baseball? If kids want the same things we want these days, they want the really, really, really expensive things, but they can't get it. So eventually they lose interest in baseball card collecting. I think that we need to rave and show off more common stuff, more base things, more inexpensive product. Rave about that, tell them how great those things are. Get them interested in the hobby to begin with, and then they will come back later as adults and stay in the hobby. To do that, one of the things I said is we should start making, like I said, making content for those kids. I'm going to pause here because Hunter Boucher won. So Hunter, you'll be getting that great card. Congrats to you, sir. But to finish my story, and I suggested that we as content creators perhaps should just do a what I call a kids corner once a week, once a month. show off something that would interest the kids. And I'm going to go out on that limb on my own. My Wednesday video is a Kids Corner video showing off a very inexpensive, easy to obtain product that I think is really cool. Bragging on it like it's fantastic, and that's what I think we need to do for the kids. I'm going to go out on a limb and do that, see how it works. Even if it doesn't work, I don't think I'm going to care, because again, a lot of what I do is not to get hits. It's not to get subscribers. Again, I'm a little channel. I got barely 500 subscribers, and I've been doing this 5 years, people. It's not like I'm new to the platform. It's just that, you know, very few people watch. I got, you know, I'm lucky if I get 50 views a video. That's 50 is a lot for me. I get no more than, I've never gotten 20 people to participate in my trivia contest, and I'm giving away free cards. So I am not a big fish in this pond, but I'm doing what I can, people. I'm doing what I can. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please consider like, subscribing, commenting, and all that jazz. I really do appreciate your support as I try my best to support everybody else in this great card media, right? Thank you very much for watching. We've got more great trivia and prizes to give away this coming week. Hope to see you then. Otherwise, have a great week and take care.